So I'm having this issue. On the last shoot, I busted my Viltrox speed booster. It was the Viltrox M22 or something like that. Micro Four Thirds to EF. And so I found this one on Marketplace. I had my dad pick it up for me yesterday because I wasn't able to go get it. He sent me some photos, but I wasn't there to test it on my camera. And now I'm not getting aperture control. I don't know if I just need to see my iris right there. I'm not sure if I just need to clean off the contacts, some hydrogen peroxide, and then it'll work again. But I wasn't able to test it before this shoot. So, and I don't have another body to adjust it on. In the past, when I've had issues, I've just popped it on another body and adjusted it there and then popped it back on. Wondering if it's a firmware thing or if it's a physical issue. I got it for fairly cheap, so it might be a physical issue. Anyways, for this interview, luckily, the visuals are not as important. We really are just recording a voiceover, and if the visuals turn out, we'll end up, you know, maybe popping a little talking head in there. But if the visuals don't turn out, initially it was just going to be a voiceover, so you might end up going with that. Basically, our setup, we're rivaling the sun here. Just used photo pills to track where it was going to be. Initially, we were on the front of the bench, but we scooted back to avoid getting some of these funky lines on our subject's face. Then we added a bounce in the background just to blast some nice warm light as an edge light, just giving a little bit of wrap. Our boom is set up. Tyler's operating sound for me today. And one thing that I've been learning doing interviews recently, I used to angle the mic a little bit down more and closer in, but then when the subject leans forward, all the mic is recording is the top of their head. So now I try to position the mic so that when they lean back, I'm still on axis. When they're in the middle, I'm on axis. And when they lean forward, at least it's not over my head. Trying to stay on axis as much as possible. Been watching a lot of sound speeds, so hopefully I'm learning something. Anyhow, I'm just kind of recording this to fill time while I wait for the subject to arrive. It's Greg McCormack, super excited. He's an awesome guide, great naturalist, really has inspired me to get into kayaking. So I'm excied to talk with him again.
You gotta do it.
Set up the mic out.
That's textbook.
Something like that.
The interview went pretty well. Gonna go get ready with some dinner and then hop on the water for the bioluminescence. Here. You know how to focus?
Not really.
So this lens is your focus. Back and forth. You can kind of pull that here. Try to pull that into your elbow a little bit. And with this hand, hold on to this handle. And this hand, you can kind of feed up this way. And try to reach to that focus wheel if you can with just one finger like this. Yeah, or your thumb.
Oh.
Try to frame the mountains and the clouds in the background and get the focus on me. Isn't that a cool feeling lens? It's got this kind of soft roll off on the focus. It doesn't feel muddy, but it's just kind of soft.
This feels so good. Just holding it in a certain way, because I've never like held it correctly.
Yeah.
Any of these.
Here, even if you try to hold it. Just getting a little bit of gas on the way home. I saw on Joey Winkler's story, DP in Bellingham, very talented dude. He was working a job in Safeco Field or T-Mobile Field, something like that. And he was asking for someone to come do BTS. I was like, heck yeah, I'll do that. I think just missed him this time around, but man, Joey, if you ever see this, dude, if you ever want help with BTS, please hit me up. I'd love to come and hang and see how you do what you do. But for the time being, I'm gonna get home and I have so much editing to do. It's not even funny.
Never heard of it.
Really fucking awesome.
What was it about?
It's about like these guys who hunt curses.
I think it's the headphones, not the mic.
Is it really?
Like some left, some right, and then pops.
I was getting the whole thing on my trying.
This is probably
Yeah.
the best jack performance. Like it's
I'm getting BTS footage of him.
they get
Yeah, I don't think he has it.
that's the pizza that they eat in the new
Ow. And you're like, oh, what's up, Island? You see Tanya and this man she's flirting with, and it's like, so that she's like doing this to him. She's like, yeah, stuff, and you're like, God damn. And then you're like, I'm not getting any candy. And you start walking, and then when you're coming down here
You want me
too.
to like really overact it?
Which,
Like,
we're gonna like so far in that small room.
yes.
Like, you're out of breath.
Do I?
We're doing like you're kind of out of breath, like you just got out. Like, you're finally getting fresh air. Yeah. You're alone a little bit.
Fun fact of the day.
Guys. More than once. And action.
Thanks again for all the help tonight.
Yeah, it was fun.
You guys want to just try one?
Sure.
Yeah. And then how are we for sound?
And this is the second to last shoot of Zeleny ever with us. So everybody clap for Zeleny. She will help on Fridays. Yeah, but thank you guys. That was awesome. That was
Sorry for delaying that for so long.
no, it was really fun. Well, I sent Billy in as Carly one, so I can't say anything.
So we had the next day off. My brother was in town and we went to the lake. Shoot day 11, my brother Billy and I went to location early before anyone else showed up, and we just really scouted out the spot. It was at this radio tower, and the crew showed up just before it got dark, which gave Billy and I a couple of hours to set up and dial things in.
Here, from where you are, just back out and do it again. I'm the edge of her car. Try to get in within like a few feet. And then turn the car off. Oh, hang the car. Perfect test.
I think that sign is a problem. We
Yeah, and you can just turn around and pull in.
Nice. Okay. We were able to get our first shot off pretty quick. We knew it was going to be a late night, so we needed to be ready to go as soon as people were there, ready to love, get in the cars, and start this kind of long, very crucial dialogue scene. This is another example of a car mount where we ran HDMI up through the back window so that the director could be in the back seat with a monitor. The real reason to do this is because he can't hear. We don't have a wireless system with a camera hop. So he needs to be in the car in order to monitor their performance. We wrapped that day, I think at like 3 a.m., 4 a.m., something like that. But made our way back to Silverdale, where I had another Brad job the next day.
Oh no, there's 2.5 pounds of titanium in there. Give them I have a striker card, so he can watch on that one.
Every year, this church hosts a huge car show. It's supposed to be one of the biggest in the state. Everyone was super excited about it. I'm not a big car guy, but it was cool to see lots of these old classic vehicles. And it was my first time operating PZT cameras. So I set up the video system and I ran that on the second day of the event. You may notice a trend with some of these Brad jobs. Usually we have a day to prep the event, set everything up, our infrastructure. So on this event, we had tons of speakers out, speakers along different roofs. We had monitors on the stage. There's a full band playing, so we had to mic them up. It's just a really large event with a pretty small crew. So having that extra day makes a world of difference for this kind of thing.